Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I'm going to do a brief recap upon what happened last episode, saying if you guys want the full example upon or explanation upon what happened on the last episode, go watch it, leave a like, or leave any comments, and then come back to this video. But without further ado, let's go. So my what if today is what if Naruto got experimented on part 3, and yeah, we're just gonna follow up on the cliffhanger I left you guys on. So just to reiterate on the last episode, Naruto and his team easily passed the first couple of rounds of the training exams without even trying. Sakura passes the training exam or passes the battle with Ino, easily blitzes her. Sasuke, because he doesn't have the curse mark, he easily smashes the Sound Ninja. Naruto, not only does he beat Kiba, but he does a form of Fang over Fang, but not like Kiba. He does it more like the Hyuga rotation, so it makes like a violent vortex that's just yeah, Naruto's just insanely powerful. And not only that, when Orochimaru tried to attack Sasuke and them, Naruto and everything like that, Naruto was able to put some distance between them because he's unsure if he could actually take Orochimaru or not. He knows that this being is really powerful, and the only person that ever at the time scared him like that was the third Hokage. And so what they did was Naruto made an opening, took Sasuke and Sakura, and Team Blur disappeared. Team Blur! That's what I'm saying, Team 7 of the Blur. I don't like the name, but I'll figure it out over a period of time. If you guys got any other suggestions of a name for Team 7 that can coincide with all their attributes, then let me know, okay? Because I'd love to know, and I'll actually put it up there. Whoever gives me the coolest idea upon the team name, then I'll put it on there. Besides Team Kakashi, Team 7, you know. So, no, so what happens is Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura, yeah, they pretty get pretty far. They make friends, of course, with the rest of the team properly. When Lee challenges Naruto, and at first Naruto gets irritated with Lee because Lee's trying to tell him like hard work beats prodigies any day. And Naruto's like, well, I'm not a prodigy. I'm a weapon, like pretty much. Like, come on, Lee. But when Lee opens the third gate, this impresses Naruto because it makes him really happy. And Guy Sensei sees that, and he's quite impressed with Naruto himself. Lee goes to the third and fourth gates, but they're nothing to Naruto. And Naruto explains that even though he had to see, like that was surely nothing. Even Guy Sensei knew Naruto was easily holding back, but instead of humiliating Lee, Naruto stops the fight immediately and tells Lee, like, you're incredible. Like, if you were to fight anyone else, you'll smash them, pretty much. And this gives Lee like a sense of pride and great. Like, he's absolutely great. Like what he's doing with the sensei is amazing. So he does that, and Lee and Naruto become real close friends, bushy brows and whiskers. Yeah, and from there, where did they go? When it comes to the 1 month training, Sasuke trains with Kakashi, Sakura trains with Kurenai, and Naruto trains with Jiraiya. Now, as I explained, Naruto learns all these incredible jutsus like fast as because of the Hashirama cells, and Naruto's own two dojutsus, and everything like that, and the interaction he has with the Ninetales. So what goes on is Naruto learns the summoning jutsu like in a blink of an eye. He learns the Rasengan in a day, practically. Not only that, he can make two Rasengans with both hands, mix them together, and shoot it like a bullet. So Naruto, no one knows this right now, but Naruto has made a new jutsu with the Rasengan called the Rasen Bullet. So he goes Rasengan, Rasen Bullet, and he can shoot his Rasengan with enough force to even just blow that, like as powerful as a Rasengan needs to be. If you watch Naruto, you know how powerful the Rasengan is. It's stupidly overpowered. And then yeah, not only that. So after that, Naruto learns a lot of Uzumaki seals. And he learns the eight tetragram seals, or the tetragram seal, the one that's on him. He learns Uzumaki contracts, the one where he can either put contracts on people to seal them, or remove contracts. So if someone has you on Edo Tensei, or your reanimation, and Naruto was to do the Uzumaki contract, it will remove the control of the person that's holding the jutsu, and you guys will understand soon. And so when it comes down to the training with Jiraiya, Naruto's impressed that his sensei is this strong and is able to push him so much. Like no one ever pushed him but the third Hokage when he could. Um, so like he's visibly impressed that he knows his sensei is not going all out, and because of the stories he heard from the third Hokage and stuff like that, he knows that there's something about Jiraiya is incredible. There must be a reason why his father was so strong, and it was because of the Jiraiya. And Jiraiya is visibly impressed about his grandson and everything, so they spend a lot of time together. Naruto really wants to spend more time with Jiraiya, because he loves the old fella. He's got love for his own adopted families, of course, but now that he has someone that was actually presented as a father figure, or as a person that trained his father, so he pretty much is like his true grandfather. Naruto like is absolutely connected to Jiraiya. And when Naruto does summoning duty, of course he summons Gamabunta. He summons Gamabunta, freaking them all out. Gamabunta becomes his chief toad, and he's impressed that Naruto doesn't strive to seek power, but he wants to. He seeks a leadership role to protect everyone with the power he has. That's what he has. So when it comes to the tuning exam, Naruto easily dismantles Neji and makes Neji eat his damn words, really. And does talk no jutsu on Neji, which changes his ideals and everything. And yeah, now we're up to the cliffhanger where I left you with Sasuke and Gaara. So let this battle begin. So as I said, Sasuke appears with Kakashi. Kakashi gives Sasuke a fist bump. Sasuke smiles because I told you he's not so breed little emo anymore. He jumps away. Sakura is so happy to see Sasuke, so is Naruto, and they all shout, "Go, Sasuke!" Sasuke points looks at Sakura and smiles, and he puts a finger at Naruto and he says, "Watch, Naruto." And Naruto goes, "Oh, I'm watching, alright." It's like I can't. It's not like I cannot stop watching. Everyone that knows Naruto and everyone understand that knows about Naruto's Byakugan and Sharingan, they laugh. They kind of laugh because Naruto visibly has no choice. Now, what everyone doesn't realize is Danzo's skulking in the back, waiting for the Konoha crush to happen, so he can get to the point where he can use his jutsu on Naruto. He wants to try to get Naruto as soon as he can before Orochimaru does. So Danzo's going to portray Orochimaru to get Naruto because Orochimaru is trying to get Sasuke or Naruto's body. So yeah, what happens is Gaara and Sasuke's fight happens as per the same, and in the beginning to the point where Sasuke copies all Lee's move, but this Sasuke is way too fast to the point where Sasuke is pretty much like in the fourth gate, if you get what I mean. Same speed as Lee in the fourth gate, but he's not even going full power Sasuke, and he blitzes Gaara's Sand and starts smashing him, beating him up. And Gaara doesn't need to activate his Sharingan because he's used to the body flicker technique. He's very used to the body flicker technique to the point where he can react naturally. If Sakura could do it without the Sharingan, Sasuke could do it. So Sasuke, and he's a prodigy. Come on, guys. So Sasuke just blitzes Gaara, smashing him instantly, starts to easily take away Gaara's what's it called? Sand Shield. And I forgot to mention that Sasuke has his katana on him too. So as Gaara is trying his best to like block and do like sand tsunami and everything, trying to get Sasuke away and do like sand hail. Now look at Sasuke is just way too fast and instantly puts it. So Gaara goes all out, goes all full power on Sasuke. And Sasuke realized it, and when Sasuke Gaara does his ultimate sand defense and almost hits Sasuke, Sasuke allows him to get hit because there was a shadow clone, which it shocks everyone. Like what? A shadow clone? And then everyone realized that Sasuke was actually on top of the wall, powering with another clone, and there's two clones with each other. So there's one Sasuke and one clone, and then Sasuke. Both those Sasuke's do a lightning style, and then they both activate the Sharingan. They blitz towards Gaara, but instead of coming at him at the spikes, what the two Sasuke's do is exactly what Kakashi does. He does like the lightning blade, the tether of the lightning. He does where he connects the lightning blades between both the clone himself. So yeah, and what he does is he does the body flicker, and as the lightning hits the sand shield, it pretty much almost smashes right through the sand shield and sends Gaara's sand shield hitting the wall. It's the wall, and Sasuke, both the Sasuke and the two clones jump at each other and they kick off each other into the air, and they both do fire style fireball jutsu, hit the sand shield and then Sasuke summons another shadow clone because as I said, Sasuke grew up on Naruto, so he's quite proficient at shadow clones, and he gets a shadow clone to boost him forward, and then Sasuke does a Jidori. And as he shoots forward, Gaara doesn't kind of comprehend it because the fire he still has to keep his shield up from the fire style damage, and not only that, the lightning blade or the lightning chakra chain. Let's say lightning chain. And as he does that, Sasuke does Jidori, and as the Jidori hits, like it goes right through the sand shield and hits Gaara, but there's not a slight hit, like it doesn't hit Gaara to a point where it cuts a weapon. What it does actually, it like kind of puts him into a visible lightning shock, like a big lightning shock. And Naruto is watching this. He's absolutely impressed. He can't believe Sasuke is just got this strong so fast, knowing that he's able to use a change in chakra nature. But Naruto sees it and goes, lightning stuff. And he's just watching, trying to copy. He copies all the jutsus, of course, because he's Naruto Uzumaki with the double jutsu. He can copy nearly all jutsus. So yeah, Sasuke easily dismantles this Gaara, because this Sasuke is just powerful as, man. He's absolute prodigy. Come on, he's working with a weapon. He's working with a weapon, and this Sasuke knows love, you know. So he has a real goal, not just aggro emo goal. No, he has a real goal. And the fact that his father standing in those bleachers, being so proud of him, like looking at his son, like, wow, Itachi was that fast, Itachi was that skilled. He's buzzing out that both his sons are that skilled, and not even that Naruto is that skilled as adopted child. But of course, Fugaki's like, what do you expect of dry students? You know, look at Minato. I may not have liked the guy, but he was incredible. If he was a fighter in Muscle, will die. And he sees that same thing in Naruto. If Naruto was to fight anyone truly, he'll kill everyone. Mikoto and Fugaku are just welling up pride, eh? And the Uchiha that love like go like, yeah, Sasuke, all shouting. Everyone from the left's like shouting at Sasuke, and this is when Gara loses control actually. At this point, like he gives into some Shikaku and he starts to partially transform. And when he does that, he gives a signal, and the Konoha crush happens. Now the genjutsu that is placed on everyone, Naruto sees the feathers easy, sees it easy and dispels the genjutsu. So does Sakura because she's been practicing her genjutsu with Kurenai, and she's very powerful. And so everything on the Konoha crush goes almost the same in every way. Every way. When Naruto sees Sasuke disappear, Naruto goes where he releases everyone from the Genjutsu and he takes out so much shit Sand Shinobi. The Uchiha and the Konoha police force, they deal with it easy as they deal with the village invasion easy as, like, yeah, that it's a big battle, but because Uchiha is paired with a Hyuga, and the Uchiha's trained to have their Sharingan, and the Hyuga trained to have their Byakugan always active. Like it's a good team. Hyuga spots them out. The Uchiha can help, and they battle together. Like it's a perfect combination. And not only that, Orochimaru and the third Hokage's battle goes near the same. They disappear and they go into the area with the Sound 4 ninja put the barrier up around the third Hokage, and they are about to have their battle until, yeah, I'll get back to that part real soon. But back to the Sasuke part. So when Gaara goes and everything, and so Naruto goes straight after Sasuke. When Sasuke's already gone, he's going max speed to catch up with Gaara. Konkoro and Tamari, instead of helping Gaara, what they do is they interfere with Sasuke. Sasuke getting close to him, but Sasuke just instantly gets past him to go to Gaara. What's it called? Sakura's behind Sasuke. Of course, she's behind Sasuke. Naruto is about to go after them until Konkoro and Tamari. I've read it like Tamari pulls out her fan and goes to her third stage. Konkoro brings out his puppets, all three of his, all of his puppets, and tells Naruto, "You humiliated me before. You're not going to humiliate me again." And Naruto nicely says, "Get the hell out of my way." And then there goes, "Oh what?" And then Shino comes. What's it called? Who else comes? Because Rock Lee's not in the hospital, Rock Lee comes, and who is it? And Hinata comes. They're right there, and what's it called? And Rock Lee, Shino, and Hinata says, "We got this. Go." And Naruto's like, "Okay, boom!" They blitz it. Naruto blitzes them after Sasuke and them and everything like that. But Naruto's not fully there yet. So back to the Sasuke and Gaara fight. So Gaara is partially transformed. He has one of his arms out, one of his Shikaku arms, and half his face, and he's visibly shocked as Sasuke pushed him there far. And Sasuke standing there goes, "Wow, no wonder I hate you so much. You're a monster. All you care about is killing people and being crazy." And Gaara's like, "Is that right?" And so the fight begins near towards Kennen, but Sasuke is just way too fast, way too strong. So Sakura. Sakura is battling now. She's not useless no more, guys. So they're battling and they're pushing Gaara. They're pushing Gaara back hardcore. Like but because they have perfect teamwork and Sakura knows how to do genjutsu, but because Shikaku's and Gaara's might this genjutsu don't stick at all. So the battle is intense, hardcore. Naruto's getting into the point where at first he slows down just to watch for a bit, because he could have got there in the end of the fight straight away. But he sits there and watches his team and wants to see how good they are, see if they can deal with this without Naruto. And to Naruto's happiness, they really do. They deal damage to Gaara badly. Like Gaara's trying his best to get away from them. And Sakura's even landing damages until the point where Sakura jumps away and chucks does a special jutsu. She calls it it's the multi shuriken clone shadow clone jutsu. She does that. The first jutsu Naruto trained her with, and instead of 100, she does 500 paper bombs. Well, that's what drains her chakra, but she knows that if this guy hurts Sasuke, she needs to put all her life on the line to protect her friend, her best friends, and her village. So she does that. So she puts all her chakra into this 500. Sorry, this 500 paper bomb, and chucks it at Gaara. And Sasuke sees that, jumps out of the way, and makes three shadow clones around him as a perfect triangle. When he's with him in the middle falling down from a train, they do fire style fireball jutsu. All four of them do it together and combine to one huge fireball. And as the fireball hits Gaara just he knows he has to go nearly full form, so he does go nearly full form. Shukaku, and the explosion is incredible. Sakura is caught by the wake and gets visibly injured, and she goes to fall and almost she gets visibly injured from the explosion because Gaara's shield was able to go around them perfectly and able to hide them to the point where you can reverse as much as reflect as much of the wake from the explosion as possible. So the wake hits Sakura and she gets really hurt. Naruto sees this, but so does Sasuke. And Sasuke drops his guard against Gaara and blitzes towards Sakura. And this is what Gaara wanted. And he tail whips Sasuke into the tree, and he puts and he tail whips not tail whips. When you see Sakura land on the tree, he grabs Sakura with the sand, puts him by Sasuke, and he starts to visibly hurt them. And he's starting to crush Sakura, and Sasuke sees this, and it makes him so angry, like because Sasuke and Sakura got really close over the month, like more close now that Naruto wasn't around, to the point where they are somewhat dating. Yep, I made this happen earlier because Sakura's not that stupid little kitty girl, and Sasuke's not that broody emo, and yeah, and this is the first girl that ever truly showed love to Sasuke, besides his mother, of course, guys, and all the fangirls that like him because he's a prodigy. Now Sakura sees him for what he is, an absolute great shinobi. And yeah, and Sasuke and Sakura are that close to the point where when Gaara was visibly hurting Sakura, Sasuke, he knew this was going to slightly hurt him, but he didn't give a shit. He was going to give his life for the girl he was starting to like and actually possibly love. So what Sasuke does is he goes lightning style, he goes lightning surge jutsu, which puts the lightning all over his body. And then the reason why I say this is his new jutsu, by the way, is lightning surge, where you can put a barrier around his body of lightning, just like the fourth Raikage. Come on, guys, I'm getting somewhere with Sasuke. Take that into consideration, there, guys. So he does this lightning surge, goes over his body, and because Sasuke wasn't fully ready for it, it did hurt him, and it blew up the sand. And Gaara's like, incredible, but too bad now. I'm gonna kill. I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill her. And as he starts to crush Sasuke sees this, and he instantly gets angry, and to the point where his eyes start to burn. And then Sasuke activates. He unlocks a third Tomo of a Sharingan, which Naruto sees, and then instantly his Gaara side starts smashing Gaara. Gaara goes, "What the hell?" And Gaara's like, "Well," and he's panicking. So what he does is he knows that Sasuke will be distracted if he kills Sakura. So he makes a spear and chucks it right at Sakura. But then Naruto comes. Sasuke's too slow, and then Sasuke goes to wreck. Gaara gets him again and hits Sasuke with a massive Shukaku massive transform arm, and it hits Sasuke in single fire. Naruto catches the spear, hits the ground. He breaks the sand that's holding Sakura, grabs Sakura, teleports to where Sasuke, well, body focus to where Sasuke is flying, catches Sasuke before Sasuke hits the ground, and jumps them away until safe area. Puts them down. The guy's like, Naruto Uzumaki. He gets angry as he goes, I want to kill you all. he powers straight up to he does the possum jutsu where he allows Shikaku to come out like full on. Shikaku comes out and explodes the entire area. And Naruto makes the Susanoo to protect everyone, and everyone in the village sees Shikaku, being summoned. And so what happens is, sorry, Shikaku summons, and he's like, finally, he's like laughing maniacally, ha ha ha, like I'm free, woohoo, yeah. And and then when Naruto is about to get up there footing, the Nine Tails goes, I knew it. And Naruto's like, what? And he goes, I bloody knew that was a damn Tanuki. Pissed off, and Naruto Nine Tails goes, I wish I could come out and fight him. I wish I can. He's really angry. He goes, that's a tail beast just like me, Naruto. Not as strong, but he's still a powerful tail beast. Do not take him lightly. So Naruto listens to, he goes, thank you, Nine Tails. Thank you for all your help. And he goes, Tanuki. You called him two names, Tanuki and Shikaku. And Nine Tails goes, yeah, well, all of us tail beasts have names. And Naruto goes, that's what I wanted to ask you. When it fights over Nine Tails, do you have a name? Could you possibly tell me your name? Taking Nine Tails off this takes Nine Tails off guard. No one has ever asked Nine Tails about practically who he is, where he comes from. Pretty much asks for like a slight origin. So Nine Tails is briefly shocked, and he has a vision of the old man of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Remember this Sage of Six Paths and what he said about the special kid, the kid that with blue eyes that would name all the tail beasts, and he knows Naruto did have blue eyes. He knows Naruto did have blue eyes, and Naruto is how to explain? He's visibly happy, like he's visibly happy to want to get to know the Nine Tails. But yeah, we'll get back to that part later. Shikaku is out, and Naruto jumps up and goes. And so what Naruto does, he gauges Shikaku by making 200 Shadow Clones. Gets them all surround them. Shikaku wipes out some of them, but all the rest of them body flick away, and they all do the Rasengan, and then the Rasen Bullet, boom, Rasen Bullet, shoot Rasen Bullets at Shikaku. Shikaku's like kind of laughing at these balls not going to do nothing, and when they hit Shikaku, they are very damaging. Like they start blowing areas up. Shikaku's like he's like, ow! Like these are not little itches. These are full on someone chucking stones at you, and he's like, ah, I like you get hurt badly. So what he does is one bullet jutsu, and smacks his stomach and obliterates nearly all the clones. Naruto had to save himself by activating the Susanoo again, and he goes, you and your damn Sharingan, you stupid brat. Naruto sees that Shikaku's trying to aim for Sakura and Sasuke. He makes a clone to get them out of the way. Naruto jumps up and goes, okay, I can fight big with big. Bites his finger, weaves the signs, and he summons Gamabunta. He goes, summoning jutsu, but summons Gamabunta. And Gamabunta sees him and goes, the Shikaku, the sand demon. He goes, yeah, I know, the Nine Tails filled me in. And he goes, oh, you and Nine Tails are buddies, so slightly. Hopefully we'll become friends. And he goes, that would be a good combination. He goes, just stay on my back, Naruto. And when the time comes, weave some signs to get him. He goes, yes. He goes, well, I'm way ahead of you, Gamabunta, Chief Toad. And then the battle between them happens the same. Gamabunta's trying to catch Shikaku because he has no claws and everything, can't do nothing. So when Gamabunta jumps in the air and dodges the two one style one bullet jutsus from Shikaku, and the third one is about to hit him, and Naruto doesn't want Gamabunta to get hurt, so he activates his Susanoo, a massive rib cage goes. He puts he sits down on Gamabunta and activates a massive Susanoo around Gamabunta, and pretty much makes a chakra skeleton over Gamabunta because he doesn't have the perfect Susanoo yet. Not yet. He hasn't got the Itachi Susanoo yet, but he will. And the Susanoo goes big, and Gamabunta's like, and when Gamabunta gets hit, he thought he was gonna take damage, but he lands there, huh? And sees this orange skeleton over him. He said, "What the hell?" Naruto goes, "This is my Susanoo." Gamabunta, I've got you. Now you have claws, right? You're full of surprises, my little people. Because Naruto, he thinks that Naruto is little bro. So yeah, so what happens is Gamabunta just rushes at him, and Shikaku's visibly shocked that he sees a giant Susanoo. And he's trying to shoot a wind bullet, but Naruto does a double-handed massive Rasengan and shoots it right at the wind bullet. And because Naruto puts a lot of chakra in this, he shoots the wind bullet and he shoots the Rasengan at Rasen bullet, big one, at it, and hits the hits the wind bullet and explodes and destroys the entire area. And when the smoke clears, well, when the visible dust clears from the explosion, Wanta jumps right through, grabs Shikaku with the Susanoo, and then Naruto goes wood style, wooden dragon jutsu, and and a massive wooden dragon comes up and wraps around what's it called, Shikaku. And Shikaku says, "What? This brat knows wood style," and he wraps them all the way up. And Naruto releases the Susanoo blitz, jumps to where Gaara is, and hits Gaara. And knocking Gaara completely, waking Gaara up with that hit, giving a visible bleed. And as he does that, Shikaku disappears back into Gara, and Gara is falling towards the tree. And then Gumball's like, I'm pretty tired. He goes, I'm pretty tired, Naruto. I'm gonna be reverse summoning. Get yourself as far as you can from my reverse summon. Naruto jumps up and gets Gumball to reverse summons himself away. And Naruto pretty much easily lands on the ground, and he sees which Gara is, and Gara gets up visibly angry. And he jumps up to go do his final punch, but Naruto just, as Gara jumps, Naruto's already in front of him. He body fucking right there and smashed him to the ground instantly. And then Naruto jumps down, and he takes into consideration what the Nine-Tails said, that Gaara has a tail beast in him. And then Naruto goes by Gaara and he goes, so that's what makes me and you similar. And Gaara's like, he's lying on the ground and he goes, what? And he goes, but Naruto has a Susanoo around him, just to make sure that Gaara can't do shit, or anyone can come up behind him, even though, because he can see Tamari and Conqueror waiting there. So when he leaves the Susanoo up, they don't want to come near it, because one, Naruto will just splat them. And so what happens there from there, Naruto sits by Gaara and goes, and this is where his Toku no Jutsu comes into play. Toku no Jutsu still happens, guys, and they become friends after this, but he pretty much goes, I know the pain you're going through. I grew up to the point where people try to kill me. People did almost kill me, but I got experimented on now, and this weapon you see in front of you, but it doesn't mean you can't change it. And Gaara cries. He's upset, and Naruto sees that and goes, and he sees that Gaara is always trying to fight. Gaara pretty much tells Naruto he's always trying to fight the Shikaku demon from taking control, and goes, why? And he looks at the seal and he goes, oh, that's why. And he goes, if you don't mind, can I do something for you? And he goes, what's that? He goes, well, this is the teacher game seal that I have on my stomach. My father put this on me, the seal of Nine-Tails. Naruto goes, I can do the same for you if you like, and that means you can have a good night rest. The Nine-Tails chuffs again. Stupid Tanoki. And the One-Tails hears him and he goes, that voice. Is that you, you damn demon fox? And Kurama pretty much goes, ah, you stupid One-Tails. You got beaten by a kid, you clown. The clown you are. Shikaku getting angry and Gaara feeling the pain, but Naruto just does is weave some hand signs and weaves the tetragram seals and puts it on Gaara and seals Shikaku properly behind a cage, just like Kurama. He puts that seal around there, and Shikaku's like, he can't do nothing. He can't force himself out, can't do shit. So, once that happens, all that rage, all that anger that Shikaku that Gaara had in him, disappear immediately. And Conqueror and Tamari come out. Well, sorry, no. So Naruto sees Conqueror and Tamari standing there. He goes, you two can come out now. I can see you guys, you know. And they come out. They land by Gaara, and they goes, please don't kill him. And they go, Naruto, I'm not. Actually, I think I made him better. And Gaara gets up and he feels he's visibly better. Not only that, Naruto asks if Kurama if he can use someone's chakra, and he goes, yeah, you can heal Gaara. It's just like a big ass snub to Shikaku anyway. And Shikaku's inside his cage, like having a big ass tantrum, having a full on tantrum. So Naruto puts some and Naruto puts his hand on Gaara and heals him. Of course, the curse mark comes over Naruto. It doesn't go on over Gaara, but it heals Gaara. Everything like that, and tells Gaara like that's pretty much use your power to protect the village. Like that's pretty much what I'm doing. Me and the Nine-Tailed Fox talk every day. Yes, they're absolute chakras, but they're living creatures too, Gaara. You gotta take that into consideration. Shikaku's hearing this, and he's like, huh? And inside, but he's still having this tension. But Naruto goes, even if you were to befriend the One-Tails, it's not impossible. I mean, that chakra I used to heal you was from the Nine-Tails. Gaara's like shocked. He's like, thank you, Naruto. Naruto goes, you're welcome. So from there, So from the Gara Konkoro and Tomorrow take Gara away. Gara apologizes to him. He says sorry for all this. You don't feel the hate and burden no more. And he's going to take him to what Naruto said and was talking about jutsu. Now Naruto, what's it called? Gets a message from Haku. Haku sends off Shadow Clone saying that the third Hokage is fighting Orochimaru. And it's like, what? Boom! Naruto goes as fast as he can towards where they are. And Haku right now is just surveying the area. He's seen the four sound ninja there, and Zabuza is in the barrier with the third Hokage. He's standing there with the third Hokage, and Orochimaru's like, oh, the demon mist fella. Well, sorry, I just can't think of his name right now, but um, was Zabuza. I know his name, but I can't remember the title they give him. But Orochimaru said, okay, easy as. So the third Hokage battle begins, of course, and Zabuza's the one, and he takes the third Hokage's place and starts to fight Orochimaru. And he gives Orochimaru a good going, a really good going to Orochimaru who stops holding back. Now, yeah, Zabuza is powerful. I will give that. Zabuza is very powerful, but not as powerful as Orochimaru. And then Haku sees that Orochimaru is getting serious. And when Naruto appears from not far from the barrier, he sees everything. He sees Zabuza fighting Orochimaru to the point where Orochimaru hurts him. And as Orochimaru is about to kill Zabuza, the third Hokage extends Enma, his adamantine palm. He summons Enma already and extends the adamantine, what's it called, palm, and hits Orochimaru, sends him heading towards barrier. And the third Hokage grabs Zabuza and tells him to lead this to me now, okay? And Zabuza's like, I have to protect you. And he goes, yeah, I know you have protected me. You're doing a very good job. But right now, lead this to me. And Zabuza like nods his head. And then when Naruto gets there, Haku's like he's unsure if he should come in. And Naruto's like he sees that the sound ninjas are there, so Naruto tells Haku to take the two behind, and I'll take the two in front. And he goes right. Haku jumps to his ice glass mirror, and ice mirrors start to appear in front of them. The two sound shinobi that's holding the barrier on one side. They're like, what the hell? And Naruto has four shadow clones appeared by the other two, and they just smashed them. Naruto smashes those four ninja. He doesn't give a shit. He goes, "This is my grandpa." That Orochimaru's thing, and he sees the old man getting pushed back slightly until, and then when the barrier comes down, Orochimaru sees it. So what he does is he summons the first and the second Hokage. He puts the tags in them as quick as he can, and they begin to fight. The old man. Um, as the barrier comes down, Haku easily dispatches those two sound ninjas. But these Haku with the ice prison, like fuck, really? Like, yeah, Haku disposes of those two, but he kills them. He doesn't keep them alive. He kills them. Naruto kills the other two too. He doesn't want to keep them alive. So those four sound ninjas that were meant to fight Shikamaru and all them, they're all dead. They're all dead. Naruto and them killed them all. Naruto and Haku killed them all. The barrier comes down, and Naruto tells Haku to grab Zabuza and get him out. So he flies over to Zabuza, grabs Zabuza, takes him out, and takes him to the healing one. Zabuza chucks Naruto his sword, and Naruto catches the sword and he goes, use it to protect the Hokage. He goes, Naruto goes, I get you what you mean. He teleports by the third Hokage when Tobirama gets close to him, and Naruto slashes Tobirama in half. Third Hokage is happy, and Orochimaru's like, he's here, but how? He still looks up for Naruto, and Naruto goes, leave the Hokage to me. Take Orochimaru down now. And third Hokage understands. Like he at first he thinks Naruto can't handle him, but Naruto is doing a pretty good job. Pretty good job. Yeah, these are the Hokage, the two Hokage previously, but they're not as strong as the real ones. And I told you, Naruto's chakra and his tenacity and everything was as a kid as powerful as the War Arc reanimation Hashirama. And now that Naruto is as old as he is actually his chakra is actually bigger than the first Hokage at his most powerful chakra. Like everything. And Naruto starts to help Naruto properly too. And because Naruto has two dojutsu, he can anticipate the second Hokage's movement, and he can also see the first Hokage building up chakra to do wood style. Naruto sees that, so he's visibly aware of all of them. And not only that, like I'm not going to downplay the second and first Hokage. It's just they're not as powerful Edo Tenseis. They're like the weaker versions. So Naruto thinks of a player, goes, I got it. They're reanimation. So what he does, he makes two shadow clones. Makes another shadow clone and gets their shadow clone to fight Tobirama, where he fights Hashirama. Hashirama does wood style deep forest emergence, and Naruto does wood style deep forest emergence as well. What shocks what shocks Orochimaru. The third Hokage is impressed that Naruto can do that too, and Orochimaru has to fight the third Hokage one on one. Like he can't stand there and just be happy like Claire. Nah, Naruto is fighting the Hashirama clones, the reanimated Hokage clones, and he's doing a good job to the point where when the first Hokage's wood style starts to overpower Naruto, because yeah, granted Naruto is a really powerful wood style user, but he's not as like at this present time he's not as powerful as the first Hokage, even if he's a reanimation. Like I'm not going to contradict what I stated about the power levels, but it's just more the fact that even though he's a reanimation, he is more versatile with wood style. So he does wood style, and he starts to catch Naruto off guard with the wood style. It's just Naruto is really fast. He's really fast. So Naruto has to implement his plan straight away. So what he does is the Shadow Clone that's fighting Tobirama, he copies all Tobirama's moves. Tobirama does the Water Dragon, so Naruto does the Water Dragon and all that stuff. I'm saying what Naruto does is when Tobirama tries to put him on the Genjutsu, it doesn't work. Naruto can see right through it. Naruto blitzes him, puts his hand right on Tobirama, and does Uzumaki contract reverse. Boom! The reverse the contract that Orochimaru puts on him, and the kunai that has the tag inside of him gets shot out. Tobirama wakes up and goes, huh? Looks at Naruto and goes, Byakugan and Sharingan, and goes, no time for that, Lord Chicken, I need your help. And looks back and sees Naruto fighting Hashirama, and then Tobirama teleports by Naruto, and does wood style, does their cutting jutsu where he cuts all the wood in half, and cuts the first Hokage in half too, and everything. So it fucks him up, and the Orochimaru is getting really pushed back from the third Hokage. Like the third Hokage is going to kill him and all that. And what's it called? And he's got no sound forward to carry him away. Kabuto's there though. He's lurking. He's going to make sure he can come at the opportune moment. And the battle with the Hashirama, the reanimated Hashirama, and the free Tobirama and Naruto. Naruto's kind of tired now because he just finished fighting Shikaku, finished the Chunin exams. Now he's coming. Now he finished the two sound ninja, and he also finished. Well, if he unsealed Tobirama. He sealed Shikaku properly. You get what I mean? So he actually amazingly has chakra drain. The Ninetales says I can help him, but Naruto goes, I think I have an idea. I think I got this. Ninetales, you rest, okay? You've been helping me a lot. I think you need to rest. Ninetales goes, don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn, Naruto, and stop calling me Ninetales. My name is Kurama. Naruto's like, Kurama. Like, it surprises Naruto, and Kurama goes, we have no time for that, idiot. Watch, and Naruto goes, oh yeah, that's right. And the third Hokage, and the first Hokage does his wood dragon jutsu, and Naruto sees it, so he does wood dragon as well with Tobirama on top of him. Tobirama's like, this kid can use wood style. Just as good, nearly as good as my brother. Incredible. And Naruto shouts at the third Hokage, I'm coming, Gramps! Don't you worry, I'm coming. Tobirama sees Naruto, goes, Gramps, you called Toby your Gramps? Yeah, well, he helped raise me. And he goes, who are you? He goes, and as the Wood Dragons are fighting Hashirama, and Orochimaru is fighting the third Hokage, and Orochimaru is losing. Like he's losing because the third Hokage has got his full attention on him. The old man is losing stamina though. I must say he's losing stamina quickly. And Naruto sees that too, and so does Tobirama. But Naruto explains, I'm the son of the fourth Hokage. And goes, fourth Hokage? He goes, look over there, that giant face over there. And he sees the face of the fourth Hokage. And he goes, interesting. Yeah, and he's happy. And Naruto goes, after all this complete, and the old man goes, I'm gonna be the next Hokage. And saying that this strengthens Tobirama's resolve to help Naruto take out his brother. So Tobirama tells Naruto to shoot the wooden dragon at him, and Naruto and Tobirama chucks out kunai and does his own form of flying Raijin, well, his original flying Raijin, teleports behind this Hashirama, but the Hashirama clone is still Hashirama in a sense. So he grabs Tobirama, but Naruto body flickers, puts the contract right, and does Uzumaki reverse contract, releases Hashirama. Hashirama's like, oh, shocked, like wakes up, and the tag falls out of Naruto. Hashirama. Naruto falls over. He's completely tired now. He's absolutely tired now. Hashirama sees this little boy and goes, "Wow, you were able to do all this. You're an incredible kid." And looks at Sarutobi and they as the third Hokage now starts to get pushed back thanks to his chakra drain and everything like that. They Tobirama and Hashirama go right in front of him. Hashirama games hits Orochimaru right in the gut, smacks him on the ground, and grabs Sarutobi. And because Tobirama knows he's a reanimated person, and he's the one who made the reanimation before Orochimaru released him. Tobirama does the reanimation releases the jutsu, and he for himself, even though he's a reanimated person, part of his soul is in their body. And I'm just gonna say this because this is my award. If you guys people have complaints about it, let me know. That's fine, and I'm still gonna do this anyway. So what happens is now he does the Reaper Death Seal. So yeah, the second Hokage does the Reaper Death Seal. Third Hokage and the first Hokage sees this, and he tells Saru, "Get away now. You've done what you've done. I'm proud of you, Sarutobi. I'm really proud of you." And so yeah, Hashirama takes he gets released from the reanimation jutsu, but he tells Sarutobi like he's very proud of you. This boy over here carries my will of fire, thanks to you. Good job, my little pupil. Touches the third Hokage's head, and he goes, "My spirit will always be with you. I'll be looking over you forever, old man." He calls Sarutobi old man because he's old, you know. And so what happens is Tobirama grabs Orochimaru and does a repossess soul, but because he's only got partial soul, like in a sense because he's not the living Tobirama, he only was able to take the arms just the same way as the third Hokage did. But the third Hokage is taxed from the attack, and so is Naruto. So when Orochimaru falls, like Kabuto comes and grabs him, because Orochimaru loses the jutsu in his arms. If you get what I mean, guys. So he takes them, and they disappear, of course. And Tobirama looks over to Naruto. As the soul disappears, tells Sarutobi like, "I'm very proud of you, my student." And looks over. He goes, "It's incredible what you did with that boy. You look after him. He's very special." Sorry, guys. Now, after they leave, the third Hokage survives, guys. The third Hokage survives. And only that, the Reaper Death Seal was performed by a reanimated person, so you couldn't fully pull Orochimaru's soul away, so you can only take his jutsu, his hands. So that still happens for Orochimaru, so he disappears with Kabuto. He's sick and all that stuff. He can't get the Sound Ninja to get Sasuke because they're dead. So I'll get back to that story on the next episode. But the third Hokage is visibly injured, and he sees that Naruto is healing quickly. And because it's the Nine Tails giving him chakra, he goes, "Take my chakra," and Naruto says, "Thank you, Kurama." But he says it in the real one, and goes, "Who Kurama?" Naruto. And the third Hokage goes, and Naruto goes, "Oh, that's the Nine-Tailed Fox's real name. We've been calling him the Nine-Tailed Fox for nothing. He's actually named Kurama." And the old man's like, "Kurama, huh?" So they're lying there, and then Root comes at the end, you know. But this is when Danzo can implement his plan because he sees Naruto is visibly weaker. The Root Ninjas come to take the third Hokage, and when Danzo goes by Naruto, he removes his eye mask straight away and he does the Koto Matsukabe. But when he does that, Naruto's Eternal Mangekyo activated at the same time, clashing with Shisui's Koto Matsukabe. I'm gonna say this because I told you Naruto's Uzumaki Genjutsu and the Koto Matsukabe as powerful as each other. So they negate Naruto's instincts to activate the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan does activate because he sees the chakra build up in the Shisui eye. He knows it's Shisui's eye because he's seen it growing up. So when it does so, Naruto's visibly angry, and the third Hokage sees that he tried to take over Naruto. Naruto, like, he's visibly angry. The Nine Tails chakra is just erupting with energy, erupting massively with energy, and everything like that. So what happens is when Danzo leaps back, he tries to undo his arm so he can do the Izanagi. But Naruto's not having it at all. He summons a Susanoo and rips up on the Danzo's arm, rips it off and completely off, shocking everyone. The Root Ninja tries to attack Naruto, but this is when Sasuke and Sakura. So I forgot to mention that Naruto's clone heals Sasuke and Sakura in the battle, and Sasuke and Sakura see Naruto and they come, and because they're not weak little kids, they take out a lot of the Root Ninja by themselves. Sasuke and Sakura, the pink and the blue blur. They land by Naruto behind Naruto's Susanoo. Naruto sees them and tells them not to look in his eye. He's got Shisui's eyes, Sasuke. Sasuke goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, the eye in his head is Shisui's eye." All the Uchiha and the Hyuga take out all the Hidden Sen Shinobi, but they don't kill them. There's arrest a lot of them. What happens there? Danzo is completely backed into a corner. Naruto's really angry, really angry. He's the reason why Shisui's dead, and not only that, Naruto found out that when Danzo tried to program him, Naruto's Eternal Mangekyo reacted, and not only that, it gave him a memory of the Danzo program in his eye. He's like, it was you, and he goes, Danzo, okay, hear this out, guys. Danzo's cursing himself for giving him that eye. He goes, damn it! Why did I give him the eye that has Hashirama cells and Madara cells in it? Okay, so the eyes that Danzo has had access to some of Madara's DNA. At this present time, how he got their DNA was from the Hidden Valley. Was just some. It was inside the coffin. Some of his DNA was inside the coffin. Anyway, so I'm not going to tell you how specifically how he got the chakra or the DNA, but yeah, Naruto's eyes implanted with a lot of Madara's DNA and Orochima and Hashirama's DNA. So it was part of that. It was because of that that he was able to repel the Koto Matsukage with his eyes. That's why his eye is super powerful. Naruto is visibly angry to the point where his Susanoo just develops muscles and then skin over him. And the third Hokage is watching this, and he goes, "So you're the one who killed Shisui, eh? You're the one for all this badness happening to me in my life. You, yes, I'm." And Danzo's like, "But you're the greatest weapon of the hidden leaf. I only did this to protect the leaf." And he goes, "I understand, but you took away my will." Naruto powers up a massive Rasengan on his Susanoo hand. He don't care what the third Hokage do. No, Naruto, you and your disease are going to be purged from this village, you bastard. Dan's like, no, please. Naruto puts his hand down, goes and slams. He didn't care, but he destroys the Shisui eye. Sorry, guys. He destroys the Shisui eye. He chucks he goes, massive Susanoo Rasengan, and hits the Danzo and kills him completely. No, there's no body left. That Rasengan splattered him into guts, into nothing, just obliterated him. All that's left though is Danzo's Sharingan arm, Hashirama Sharingan arm. And so yeah, the Konoha crush ends. Danzo's dead. Root's now going to get taken up by the Anbu and the Konoha police force now. So yeah, but Naruto can't give chakra to the third Hokage, and he's actually dying from the attack. He's actually visibly drained and slowly dying. So what happens is after all the funerals and all that stuff that happens, the old man's in hospital. At old man's hospital, so some envoys get sent out to go and get Jiraiya, and Jiraiya comes back. He comes back easy, and Naruto tells him what happened and everything like that, and he's like, "Damn it, Orochimaru!" And the third Hokage pretty much asks Jiraiya to be Hokage, but Jiraiya goes, right now I'm not Hokage material, old man, if you get what I mean. And he goes, technically you are Hokage. You pretty much are Hokage, and I'm making you Hokage. Well, I don't want to be Hokage yet, if that's the case then. If I can prolong being Hokage, then for a little bit longer, then I will. And goes, then what are you going to do? And goes, you want to stay Hokage, you fool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Tsunade to come and heal you. See guys, Tsunade's coming into the picture. And the old man goes, Naruto go, sorry guys. Naruto like Tsunade, and he goes, oh yeah, there was the three legendary Sanis, me, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. And he goes, oh wow, so he was right about the Orochimaru being super powerful, and so he goes, okay, and so the third Hokage says, okay, I'll be here. Naruto goes, just let me here build my chakra up and heal you. And Jiraiya smacks Naruto on the head. He goes, no. But Jiraiya has alternative motives. He doesn't want to become Hokage yet, so he's going to get Tsunade to become Hokage if the old man didn't make it. Slaps Naruto on the head and goes, me and Naruto will go out and head for Tsunade. So yeah, that's where I'll be leaving my water for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you find it somewhat entertaining upon the cliffhanger. Just to let you know, other cliffhangers are going to be happening eventually over a period of time. Big shout out to everyone that does like my videos and watch it. It's really awesome. It's making me happy, encouraging me to bring out more videos. You know, as I said, I have no like goals at this present time to bring out videos, and I have any of that. But once I start to make animations and all that stuff, once I start animating stuff and all that stuff like that, then I'll be in there. I'm looking for like goals, and subscriptions. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy. And when I think this is part 3. I think this is part 3. When part 4 comes out, yeah, you're gonna like it, okay, guys? Because that's when the end of Naruto happens, and it goes into Shippuden, okay, guys? So this is Dr. Karu saying peace out.